Bandits and local hunters clashed fiercely in Zamfara after traditional fighters decided they could no longer sit back and wait. What started as quiet planning inside the communities turned into direct action when groups of hunters moved deep into the forests where bandits have been hiding for a long time. These forests have been used as camps, meeting points, and places where kidnapped victims are kept. Once the hunters entered these areas, tension rose fast, and the situation turned into a serious and heated battle. The hunters did not wake up one day and choose violence. Many of them have lost family members, friends, farms, and livelihoods to repeated bandit attacks. Some villages have been attacked many times. People have been kidnapped on the road, in their homes, and even on their farms. Ransom demands have destroyed families financially. Because of this pain and fear, the hunters felt that defending only their villages was no longer enough. They believed the only way to reduce attacks was to go after the bandits directly in their camps. As this was happening, the bandits were also fully aware that local fighters were becoming more organized and more confident. When the hunters entered the forest, the bandits responded with force. Gunshots were exchanged, motorcycles were abandoned, and both sides suffered losses. This was not a small fight. It was a serious confrontation that showed how deep the conflict has become. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss updates like this. The truth is that Zamfara has been under pressure for years. Many rural areas have lived without peace. Farming activities have reduced because people are afraid to go to their land. Some communities sleep with one eye open, always listening for strange sounds at night. Children have been forced to stop going to school in some areas. When you look at this situation, you begin to understand why local hunters feel they have no other choice. These hunters are not soldiers, but they know the land very well. They understand the forest paths, the hiding places, and how the terrain works during different seasons. This knowledge gives them confidence, but it also puts them at great risk because bandits often have stronger weapons. Still, the hunters believe that courage, local knowledge, and unity can make a difference. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe as you listen. As the fighting continued, fear spread across nearby communities. Some residents stayed indoors, while others fled to safer areas. There were reports of gunfire echoing for hours. The sound alone was enough to remind everyone that the conflict is far from over. Even though this clash showed bravery from the hunters, it also exposed how dangerous the situation has become for ordinary people. Security agencies are aware of what is happening, and operations against bandits are ongoing. However, many locals feel that help does not always arrive on time. This feeling has pushed communities to rely more on themselves. When people feel unprotected, they naturally look for ways to survive. This is one of the main reasons traditional fighters remain active despite the risks involved. The bandits, on the other hand, are not backing down easily. For them, these forests are their base. They know that losing control of these areas means losing power, money, and influence. That is why they respond strongly whenever they feel threatened. This makes every confrontation intense and dangerous. Please like this video and subscribe so we can keep bringing you clear and reliable updates. What makes this situation more complex is that civilians are caught in the middle. When clashes happen, normal life stops, markets close, movement is restricted, and fear controls daily decisions. Even people who support the hunters worry about the consequences of prolonged fighting. They want peace, not endless battles. Many community leaders have called for stronger support for local security efforts. They believe that combining local knowledge with proper training and coordination can reduce violence. Others warn that without careful control, these conflicts could grow bigger and harder to manage. This is why the situation in Zamfara is being watched closely by many Nigerians. The recent clash has also sparked conversations across the country. People are asking questions. Should local hunters be formally recognized and supported? Can communities be allowed to defend themselves while still maintaining order? How long will rural areas continue to suffer before lasting solutions are found? These are serious questions, and they do not have simple answers. As you listen to this gist, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing these important stories in clear and simple English. Another issue is the emotional toll on residents. Living under constant threat changes people. Trust breaks down, fear becomes normal. Children grow up seeing violence as part of daily life. This is one of the saddest effects of the bandit crisis. Even when there are moments of victory, the scars remain. The hunters involved in this clash say they are fighting for survival, not fame. They want to send a message that their communities are not weak. They believe that showing strength can discourage future attacks. Whether this approach will bring long-term peace is still uncertain. Meanwhile, families of those affected by the clash are waiting anxiously for news. Some are worried about loved ones who joined the fight. Others fear retaliation from bandits. This tension hangs over many villages like a dark cloud. Please remember to like this video and subscribe as we continue. This situation also highlights the need for long-term solutions. Military action alone may not solve everything. Development, education, job creation, and proper governance are all part of ending insecurity. When young people have no opportunities, criminal groups find it easier to recruit them. Addressing this root problem is essential. The clash between bandits and Zamfara hunters is not just a local story. It reflects a wider struggle happening in different parts of the country. Communities want safety. They want to farm, trade, and raise their children without fear. Until these basic needs are met, tensions like this will continue. As things stand now, the forests remain contested. Bandits are still present, and hunters are still determined. Security forces are still working to restore calm. Everyone is watching what will happen next. One thing is clear: the people of Zamfara are tired of living in fear. Please like this video and subscribe if you want us to keep following this story closely and explaining it in simple, clear English. The tension did not end with that first clash. After the exchange, both sides began to move carefully, watching each other, trying to understand who had the upper hand. In many villages, elders called emergency meetings, discussing how to protect women, children, and the elderly if the violence spread closer to their homes. People were advised to move in groups, avoid night travel, and stay alert. Please like this video and subscribe so you can keep getting updates like this in clear and simple English. What many people may not fully understand is that these hunters are not acting alone. They are supported morally by their communities. Food, information, and encouragement come from villagers who believe these fighters are their last line of defense. This kind of support strengthens the hunters' resolve, but it also increases the risk of wider conflict if bandits decide to punish entire communities. The bandits, on their part, are known for using fear as a weapon. After clashes like this, they sometimes try to send warning messages by attacking nearby areas or blocking roads. This creates panic and makes people feel unsafe again. That fear is exactly what communities are trying to overcome by standing together and refusing to be silent anymore. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Another important point is how information spreads during times like this. Rumors move fast, sometimes faster than the truth. One person hears gunshots, another hears about casualties, and soon the story grows bigger than reality. This can cause unnecessary panic. That is why clear and responsible information is very important, so people can make calm decisions instead of reacting out of fear. As days pass, people begin to count losses, not just in lives, but in property and opportunities. Farms are left unattended, businesses suffer, transport becomes difficult. Even simple things like attending a wedding or visiting family become risky decisions. This is the hidden cost of insecurity that many people outside these areas may not see.